everybody, it's Wednesday, it's WIP Wednesday. Sorry about the sun, I've got the blinds closed and everything, but apparently it's trying to melt my face, so that's okay. Every Wednesday we get together and we have a look at all the great hobby goodness that everybody is up to. So if you are on a project, if you're working something, if you're just starting on getting into the hobby, just starting out painting, just coming back, working on something very cool and you want to share it with us, drop us an email at theboneheadpodcast@gmail.com. Put WIP Wednesday in the title so I can help find it. We get a lot of mail and it's easy for me to just search it through and put it through. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at all the hobby bits and bobs you guys have sent in, and hopefully we'll all be inspired. Now, my hobby this week has been very low. I did paint a giant, which was pretty cool, but mostly it's been just getting everything ready for my wedding on Saturday. In fact, I've just come in from building the marquees, essentially, like putting up the shells and everything. So it's all go at the moment. There won't be a WIP Wednesday next week because I will be in Edinburgh, hopefully on my honeymoon if everything goes to plan. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at all your great hobby goodness. Alright, this is a pretty cool place to start out. We've got Harry here. Hey Ben, no Blood Bowl this week, but plenty of hobby. As we can see, I've made progress on other projects. To get the juicy one out of the way first, I've made more painting progress on my freebooter cannon wagon project. It is fully Games Workshop. So this looks like a 40k orc vehicle made with what I'm going to assume is the ghost thing from the fish people from AOS. Let's have a look. The grots and cannon I got from the Ogre Iron Blaster kit. The ship is the Gloomtide Shipwreck, yep. And the orc / wheels and armor plates are from the battle wagon. Everything else is parts of those from those three kits, apart from the decking, which is coffee stirrers. God, it can't be a classic coffee stirrer. That and balsa wood, man. I used some arms for the boys kit, but apart from that, everything else is from those three kits of the battle wagon and stuff like that. That is very cool. As mentioned the other week, I rebasing my battle for Skull Pass goblins. Now we're going to come to that, but first of all, let's just have a look at this insane piece of hobby. There is something just charming about boats on wheels. There was this old white dwarf with, I think it was like a dwarf land ship, and it was just this boat being driven around by dwarves. It's a real cool thing, and this very much reminds me of it. Plus orcs, just cool. You've got a little treasure chest in there. You've got a little Gnoblar up in the top, which that is a very cool project. That is awesome, Harry. Thank you very much for sharing that. That is just brilliant. I love the orc on the front, full on Titanicking. That's wicked. So I got another cheap set off eBay of the Battle for Skull Pass goblins, and now I've got all my battle lines sorted with roughly 100 goblins rebased, including some converted netters from shooters by cutting away the bow. I'll expand this force out later to be a full force at some point. So all the goblins here with some converted netters. Man, the classic goblins are great. Good work with the shrooms, getting those shamans up there as well. But no, these converted netters are very cool. That's really good work. I'm thinking like Gorse or something. That's very clever. Oh, this is pretty cool too. Finally, my last whip is a Necron Overlord and a Necron Cryptek. I swapped the arms between the two because I like the beckoning motion. I could convert the Overlord's arm too, and I wanted the Overlord to have a Resurrection Orb, which seems to be built into the hand. Other than that, I got them painted up, ready for the tabletop, which is very, very, very cool. Until next time, keep doing your thing, guys. I love the content. Many thanks, Harry. Harry, this is a wicked thing to share with us. Thank you very much. I am enjoying the new Necron stuff. Like the design element is really good. They've brought them more to life than they used to be. Just this kind of like mystery villain team. Now they've got character to them, which is pretty cool. Next up, we've got some cool stuff here from Bill. This is a Skaven team. Hey guys, this is my Skaven team. I customized the Rat Ogres out of a Rat Ogre box. I gave one of them an extra head and extra arm. I made a coach out of the tiny Ratling and put him on a giant Warpstone. I made a star player with poison daggers. Tried to make their bases look like they were in a sewer. Now, definitely pulled off the sewer vibe. You've got the grunge, you've got that horrible green ick. Nice work on the yellow there. There's some good shading going on. You can see there's some recess shading with the highlight just on the top piece. Their team looks dirty. The bases absolutely look like they're from a sewer. And like I said, good work on the yellow. Like, enjoy it. I love a good Skaven team. You know me, guys. Especially one that's kind of green and yellow. I mean, you can't beat the Packers colours. Oh, I don't have my Packers mug today. No, this is wicked. Absolutely loving it. Now, there's some cool conversions here. So this is very cool. So I'm assuming this would be the old Skitter stab. I made a star player with poison daggers. Tried to make the... Yeah, that's it. Made the star player with poison daggers, which would have been Skitter stab, but works pretty well for Hack Flem, I think, these days. and Hackflem is kind of ubiquitous when it comes to Underworld Challenge. Right, here's the Rat Ogres. So it's an old box set, but it checks out. Now, I'm a big fan of these guys. One box gets you 3 dudes, which should cover you for everything. Cool conversion work there. When, not if, but when, Bill, you branch this team out to become Underworld as well by picking up some goblins and some snotlings, you've got your Underworld Rat Ogre. And they can be violent. Animal Savagery can be brutal on a Skaven team. But man, it works. So this is the coach on a big lump of warpstone with other rats. That's genius. Really big fan of that, Bill. The team looks brilliant. Love to see the Skaven represented. Love a bit of star player action in there as well. And looks like you've filled out your lineman ranks with some... are they clan rats? Oh, they're plague monks. Plague monks. Genius. Absolutely love seeing multiple kits being used to flesh out a good old team, mate. That is absolutely brilliant, Bill. Thank you very much. Next up, we've got Southie. Hey, my Black Orc team is done. So we've seen this team come along over the weeks. We've seen some conversions. You can see here the guy's got an eye patch. I regret not giving one of mine an eye patch now, Southie, because that's just too cool. Maybe we'll do as the Bonehead Championship continues. If we get some cool casualties and stuff, we'll do some converting as we go. I managed to get through the final goblins and orcs over the weekend. All that's left is to name the team, attach some numbers, and do some touch-ups. I'm looking forward to moving into a new team and painting something completely different. At this stage, it'll either be Chaos Dwarves or Necro. Wow, Chaos Dwarves are what, top 4, top 5 team at the moment. Necro are so flexible, though, and they're running a little bit rampant in the Bonehead Championship. They're doing well. Thanks again for all the great content you put on your channel. Cheers, Southie. Southie, cheers for sharing this. Love the paint scheme. I'm a big fan of alternate skin colours for orcs and goblins. I just think why not? I think it's creative and clever, and I really like the way that the blue-purple goes with the brown of the armour, and that white makes it pop out. So, really, really cool team. I'm so glad it's finished. I look forward to seeing the names, and, yeah, great conversions on there. I do really love the eye patch. Oh, look at that team. And he got old Barrag there to be the troll for the team as well. Love Black Orcs. Next up, we've got Stuart Shelley. Hey, Ben. Do you want to see some more Warcry? Of course you do. Absolutely. So Stuart's gone deep into Warcry recently, which is essentially Kill Team, but for Age of Sigmar. Actually, a really good, quick game to play. I'm working on a Living City Shield Band now, and have got these 6 models painted up so far. The Hoth Swordsmaster at the back again, an Island of Blood left over, is serving as an executioner. The profile suits the mini perfectly, but this way he blends in better with the good elf aesthetic. Happy hobbying, everybody. Ah, man, it's so good to see the old models get out. I mean, I guess the Swordsmasters from Island of Blood aren't that old, but maybe it's 10 years? It's got to be 10 years, I guess. Anyway, cool use of models, and this is the great thing about Warcry. It's very similar in a way to the way we put together, like, third-party or Kit Bash Blood Bowl teams. You take a bunch of models with aesthetics that you like, and you tie them together with a colour scheme. You tie them together with some kind of theme, and Stuart's done a great job here with his Warcry team. I love seeing more Warcry. Let's have some more of it, Stuart. That's absolutely awesome to see. Hey, we've got Eugene. Hey, Ben. I hope this finds you well, and a massive congratulations on your upcoming wedding. Are you going to try and include some Blood Bowl references in your vows? I think that would be too risky. Although Tiff has said the other day, she was like, well, maybe we should play some 7s again, because we're talking about our holidays. And we played Blood Bowl. I taught her Blood Bowl 7s when we were in Tenerife, I think. And she was like, oh, I'd like to play again. I'm like, all right, I'm okay with this. Thanks for taking all the time you do to do your content as well. The competition predictions have been great fun. Not an easy guess for me, especially with Blood Type Ben's early casualties, but great games to watch. And extra bonus with the Khorne news. Man, I love those sculpts. Dude, I'm so excited for the Khorne team. So I'm away from Sunday to Friday next week, and I'm really worried that some sweet Blood Bowl news is going to drop. But we should be clear. I think with all the surprises and things we've been shown, we should have a good clear week. Otherwise, Blood Type Ben's going to have to take the helm on the channel. Do I risk taking some of my content gear with me? Maybe I do. Anyway, thanks to the Wednesday crew. Always gives you a boost. It's such a lift seeing what people are up to. Absolutely. Please find attached my Doom Bay Rollers Orc 7's team sporting armor highlights and bases. The flock kept shedding, so did 2 PVA watered down glue coats, which has dulled them down, so need to do a bit more tweaking. And inspired with painting the Roger, I've started 2 test models for a Skaven 7's team with leftover sprues. I've green stuffed a cloak for the catcher to hopefully make him more of a gutter runner. Might snip off the ball and make it more obvious. What are your thoughts? Thanks again to you and everyone. All the best, Eugene. So this would be the Doom Bay Rollers Orc 7's team. So we've got Big Black Orc. Ah, yeah, cool. Alternate flesh tones there. Great Astro Granite. Nice damage and effects on the armor there. So this will be the Skaven team then. I like the color scheme. Red and green goes well together, and you've got the bronze there for the armor. Ties the team in nicely. Would that guy look like a catcher? I think you're right. I think maybe pop the ball off. Because the ball on there really makes him stand out as a thrower. But we'll maybe give him a little hood with a little green stuff, maybe. So that he kind of looks more ninja-y, like a catcher. Now let's have a look at the roster. So you've got 2 blitzers, a thrower, and 2 gutter runners here. So gone for the full team, which is the... You've got to have the thrower. Probably thrower, 2 blitzers, and 1 runner is probably the best way to do it. Unless you're figuring out on getting a rat ogre. But no, that's looking really, really sweet, Eugene. Thank you very much. Next up, we've got David. Hi, Ben. My daughter, Sarah Jane, finished painting her wood elves and wanted to show you. I think they look great. She's painted enough models for every possible iteration of a wood elf team, and it was quite an undertaking. That's good work. She still has to finish painting a wood elf bomber to join the team, but that's well underway, as you may have seen last week. Thank you for all your work on the podcast. We're really enjoying the Bonehead Championship at the moment, David. That's fantastic. Right. Look at this. So SJ has just smashed out an entire team here. This is brilliant. So what do we got? We've got, I think, we've got a wicked tree man. I love the colour scheme there. That's a bold red and it type bold. Yeah, red with a little bit yellow on the horns there. Absolutely awesome. Great to see. And you've got all the linemen, solid colour scheme. I like the way you tie the red in there. 4 catchers as well, with the different hair schemes and everything. The rest of the linemen, you got 2 dancers there. You got the 2 throwers. Man, that is a brilliant, brilliant team. And I'm loving the 7s pitch there as well. That is really cool to see. David, thank you very much. And Sarah Jane, thank you very much. That is an awesome bit of work there. Oh, wow. Okay. We've got the resident dwarf here, Graham. Hey, Ben. Finished my ogre for the Imperial Nobility team. Still loads to do on other projects, and we'll keep you posted. Looking forward to bringing back the Barrack Bar Brew Kings to Beachhead Bowl. Yes, I am looking forward to that. Right. Dude. Excellent work on the skin. That is some absolutely brilliant work. Excellent shading. The face looks absolutely brilliant. And the soft colours on the red there is really nicely done as well. This team looks great, but that ogre, really, really well done. There's some great technique on there. That is probably the most winningest paint job I've seen from you. That is wicked, man. That is really good. Next up, we've got Erland. Hi, just got the Lizardmen team from Grebo. Stopping other projects to work on this now. Yeah, new projects. Wanted the colours to pop more, but it's turning out okay, I think. Any tips? So let's have a look. So these are awesome models, right? The Grebo stuff is really, really top. And the lizards have got a ton of character. They are just absolutely, they're just like... Sauruses tend to be quite long. These guys are just more hench, essentially. So they're kind of like Black Orc proportions. And wow, that is a really nice job. That is a really nice job. Look at the fade there. Look at the blend into the top of the scales. That is a really nice job, and great work on the bone shading as well. Oh, look at that edge highlighting. This is pro stuff, man. Color scheme's great. Love the scheme. Stick with it. I mean, you got enough pop there on the blue. I don't think there's anything missing. Do not worry. This is absolutely brilliant. Excellent shade work on the skin. That is really cool to see. Oh, look at that little cheeky guy. That is very cool. Hang on. Wanted the colours to pop more? Nonsense. You've done this. This guy is fantastic. That is some great blending. Have you been watching Warhammer Plus? Or have you just been wet blending like contrast or something? That's great. Talking of popping, that pops brilliantly. That is wicked. Next up, we've got Steve. Hey, Ben. Hope you're well. Attached for your viewing displeasure are some pictures of my latest painted team, the Cryptic Crossword. The Cryptic Crosswords. I've tried to base them so they've got a crossword like flagstone. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that is genius. That is really cool. Next project is a Slanesh-themed Chaos Renegades team, primarily using Myrmidish Painseekers. Bit more green stuffing to do on the big guys, using a Gorger for a Troll and a Clawed Fiend for Minotaur. So the Clawed Fiend is an excellent model. That's the... it just looks like a rampaging beast man. As always, thank you for the great content you put out there for us, Steve. Right, Steve, this is wicked. Like, the team looks great. Good work on the ghosts. They can be difficult. I love the purple and the way you've got the purple theme everywhere, including on the gravestones. I don't know if you've done that on purpose, but if you have, nice. If you haven't, pretend you have. But, I mean, it's got to be those crossword. Look at this. This is wicked. Werewolf. It's got claw. You've got flesh golem. That's absolutely brilliant. What a great thing to tie your team in to the theme. That's really clever. Really, really, really appreciate that. That is wicked. And I think we have got a bit of a preview for the next team. Let's see if we can get the zoom to be appropriate. These are very cool. Like, really, really, really clever. So these Slaanesh models are from Age of Sigmar, and because the Renegade roster has mostly Marauder linemen, you've got one thrower, and it looks like you've converted a thrower kind of up there a bit, which is perfect, but everybody else is just the same. And then you can take the spare parts, which it looks like you've done here, and introduce them to some of the other positionals, like the Skaven guy and the Goblin guy with the helmet. This is very cool. I am very excited to see how this team plays out. The use of a Gorger is a great one, and the Clawed Fiend is a superb model, like really lovely model. Finecast, garbage though. The one I bought him, and I bought the Snake dude from the Dark Elder line, so I was like, those are cool. No. Finecast, not so good. This team here, really cool, and the Ogre as well. Just with the Abaddon, the top knot, this is... Man, if Games Workshop drop a Slaanesh team and it looks like this, we are all in trouble, because that is absolutely top stuff there, man. Thank you very much. Next up, we've got Patrick. Hey, Ben. Lurking viewer for a while now. Thought I should finally join in with the positivity. These are my Denver Broncos-themed Dengur Bronkorks. Dengburs Bronkorks. My bad. At the start of their staff, inducement and cheerleader pools. 2 assistant coaches, mascot, halfling, chef, and a trio of cheerleaders. As I don't have room for a stadium project just yet, decided to go with the more portable option of trying to model all the extra bits and bobs as physical pieces. It also stops my adult brain forgetting them mid-match. If any viewers want to point me at more orc, not goblin staff and fans in your comments, much appreciated. P.S. Keep up the great work, Paddy. You mentioned Warcry this week. I'm also a big fan, and a great start to Slaves of Darkness army attached to my warband and modelled objectives for tokens for that too, just because. Right, let's go have a look. So we've got the Bronkorks. I mean, Broncos, good fun team. Like them. Missed the old painting days. But that is a solid scheme. Good orange. I like the way the silver kind of goes and represents that light neutral colour that makes the orange really pop. That's kind of like the Broncos signature. Those are Pirates of the Orc Bay, aren't they? That's cool. Wicked stuff there. Pirates of the Orc Bay, probably the best place to go for Orc staff at the moment, I think. I can't think of anything else. Ooh, wow, hello. So this is one of the Warcry bands. This is excellent. Beautiful work on the flames. Really clever. So normally this is red flame. This is like a dark coloured thing, but you've gone with kind of what more looks like a Tzeentch theme. With like the lighter colours, the gold and the blue flames. That is excellent. That is the best I've seen one of those. Oh man, this is wicked too. Warcry. Stay away from it. Don't look at it, Ben. You'll order more stuff. Played a few games the other night at club, and it was really good actually. Really good. Each of these teams, each of these warbands are just really cool, and it's pretty tight as a game as well. Oh, that's clever. Oh, that's clever. So in Warcry, you've got a sword, you've got like a dagger, a hammer, and a shield grouping, and that is very clever and incredibly useful actually. These warbands are looking absolutely brilliant. That is very cool. Ooh, that is really cool. Now, I've seen some great Blood Bowl teams made out of this team. This warband, the Corvus Cabal. And it's hard to, like, not do it. I mean, the models are so fun. And this will be the new Slaves of Chaos guys, then. Man, they are really nice models. Oh, stay away from the Warcry. That's a great way to do objectives as well. Very, 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 very cool. Now, we've got some stuff here from John O'Brien. Hey, Ben. This week I have for you my Skaven team based on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Mutanteers. Nice, I like that. I went for the throwback orange uniforms of the Bucks. I based them on a 3D printed wooden base that to me is the deck of their ship my team stole. I applied Vallejo water texture to the base to give it a wet look. That's brilliant. Okay, John, let's have a look at the team. So that is properly committing to the paint scheme. That is very vibrant, and I love it. I do really like the way the bases go with it as well. Like, what we've got here is a really cool theme for the team that's just been followed through. I do love to see some 3D printed bases as well. It's a clever way to add a little bit of something special to your team. Now, I love the colour scheme, and you've done a brilliant job pulling off that old school box theme. And I love Skaven teams as well. You've got the blood streaks there. You've got the team colours. I mean, this is really well done, John. This is a very cool looking team and a very cool looking rat ogre. Wait, is that? That doesn't look like a Games Workshop rat ogre. Man, I've seen loads of rat ogres and I can't remember where this one's from. It's got a different face. It's got a more mousy face. I mean, it's a cool model with a great pose. Like, very imposing, shall we say. No, that is absolutely brilliant. I love the colours. I love the bases. I love what you've pulled off there, John. That's great. Thank you very much for sharing. Right, next up we got Mika. Hey there. Just started watching you guys when I got my second season box last week. I'm new to miniatures and Blood Bowl, but I love it so far. It's not the best, but here's my first ever painted figure. I know it could be better, but I'm pretty happy with it. Mika, this is great stuff, okay? Excellent from the base to the top. All right, you've got layers, you've got the colours of the skin, everything's based out. You've got the team colours, and it looks like you've even gone and marked up the player either with a transfer or with a logo there. It's looking great. Excellent work on the base. You've committed to the base as well, which is very, very, very cool, Mika. Thank you very much, and welcome to the best miniature wargame out there. We've got Will now. Hey Ben, first time sending anything in. I've recently picked back up miniatures as a hobby and used Blood Bowl as my way in. That's how we get you. I've really been enjoying the content you've put out, and as a new player, I found it very useful. Thank you very much, Will. I love the WIP Wednesday videos as they give me a lot of inspiration for my own teams and projects. Yeah, we should probably put a warning. My current project is the Ogre team, the Bedrock Boneheads. They're all based on characters from the Flintstones, and I'm very happy with how they're turning out. One of the ogres has been modified from an Imperial Nobility ogre with my first real attempt at major green stuff work, hoping to finish them up in the next few weeks. Thanks again for the excellent content, Will. So let's enhance here. So we can see this is the Nobility Ogre. So this is the Blood Bowl Ogre, not the Ogre. And what Will's done is change both the arms with extra arms from the Ogre kit. We've got the gut plate there to go in with it, and you've got an Ogre head as well. That is excellent work. Now you can see the Flintstones theme coming through with this team. You've got... That's cool. That is very cool. That blue and orange with the patchwork works really well, and a great mix of colours there for the Noblars, and there's the team in full glory. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Like, Will, this is great to see. I love a good ogre team, and they're doing really well. They're performing really well at the moment. As far as stunty teams go, 50% win rate in competition, so that's quite good. DanP, hey gents, here are some of the pics of the completed Bengals Orc team, which we've been seeing, which has been looking really good, and the start of the next two projects. Spires for Conquest. Oh, Bloodtide Ben's going to be excited about this one. And the Grebo Chimpa Limpa squad. The 40k Pain Boy is the feared Orc team Apothecary. We're going to launch a new 10-team league at my FLGS soon. I plan on running Snotlings with the Chimpa Limpa models. Absolutely wicked. I mean, the Grebo's guys knock it out, and you've done a great job with the paintwork. Getting those different flesh tones there for the various monkeys is absolutely cool. This is very cool, though. So this is for Conquest, which... Parabellum, is it? It's a slightly larger scale war game. It's kind of fast play. Bloodtide Ben has just gone absolutely all in for it. We keep promising each other we'll play a game together because I think I could be dragged in. They've got some cool style models. These guys look great though. So you've got the star player there, you've got Morg, and you've got all the different accoutrements for the team. Great work on Morg's skin there. Really nice work. But this team here, that is absolutely brilliant execution. The skin is wonderful, but that team colour has just been pulled off brilliantly throughout the entire team. There's the Pain Boy in the background, the Apothecary. You've got this guy in a onesie, and it's just been brilliant to see this team progress, and absolutely loving every bit of it, Dan. I cannot wait to see. Let's see some more of your Conquest stuff as well. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing the Chimpa Limpa stuff play out, but I want to see more of this Conquest stuff because we don't see it. But man, what a team. What an absolutely brilliant team. So this is Paladin demo. Here's some more BattleTech. Getting into a Halloween art contest for the World of Monsters channel. I'm going to focus on it. This is my Galahad class, my Galahad Glass Spider 3. Painted up in a standard blue Steiner. The graffiti is number 1 to the right. Gorse rifle. Engage on the left rifle. And pizza time on the sensors array. Which is very cool. Can we flip through? Can we do this? Is this going to work this time? Nope. It isn't. Oh, here we go. So you've got the artwork there. Tank. And do we have another one? No, we don't. But I love seeing the BattleTech on there, Dustin. This is wicked. Thank you so much for sharing. I'd love to get a game of BattleTech in, but it's too crunchy for my group. Life apparently is too fast these days to play old school games. Jelly. Hey Ben, finished the chores, really happy with the result. Add a little Nuln oil on the helmets to get a bit more pop on the white, and especially proud of how the flames and smoke have turned out on the hot pot. With your comments last time, I even considered to add checkers, you evil man, but that is for another time. Now onto the hobgoblins. Already have my eye on the Punga Kickstarter ones, really like the look of them. Something to add later. It's only money, right? Greetings, Jelly. Alright, so this is looking absolutely brilliant. We've seen Jelly work through the paint scheme, and ooh, look at the smoke there. That is excellently done. That is really well done. That is something to aspire to, Jelly. Well done. Yeah, man, that's really cool. So the team looks great. Each individual aspect of the team looks brilliant. You can see the yellow's got some great edging and some great shading in there. That flame is tip top though, and with the bases done, they're very well finished. I mean, Chorfs are doing really well at the moment. They're performing really well. And we're not going to see a team from Games Workshop for them for a little while either, I don't think. So you're okay for now. Next up, we've got Adrian. Hey, Ben. Haven't had a chance to get an IRL game in yet. Only played Blood Bowl 2 on PC, but have been doing plenty of hobby, which is my favourite part. I've got Humans, Skaven, Ogres, and Slan in the works. I've just got done with these guys. I wanted to show them off. They are the Artisan Guild. Yes, the Swamp Garunda converted as Slan for Blood Bowl. Yes. I think I've picked up a couple of these randomly. I love Artisan Guild stuff. Don't have any here. That's there. Got a cool giant coming up on next week's Bonehead Championship. Maybe we've got a giant or two. Anyway, this team is looking really cool. I mean, I love Slan. They're not performing terribly either in competitive play, but that works brilliantly for a team. That works brilliantly for a team. No, I don't need another team. But no, excellent paint job. I mean, it's been executed brilliantly. The print's clean as you like. Like, really clean. The theme comes off. The team colours are great. The basing makes it pop as well. This is an excellently executed Slan team. Absolutely loving that, Adrian. That is very cool. We've got Justin now. Hey, Ben. Hope you're doing well and the wedding plans aren't too stressful. It's been fun. It's been fun. I sent a couple of images of my Imperial Nobility team based on Arthurian legends a few weeks back and mentioned that I joined my first league. Well, I've had my first match last week against humans, and the dice gods were definitely not on my side. They're just hazing you. Welcome to the party. Rolled far too many skulls, lost 3-1, had 2 casualties and 2 deaths, so the next match is going to be interesting. Not sure who I've drawn yet. Got a lot of Orc and Elven teams in my league, along with 1 Skaven and 1 Goblin team, so we'll see how I fare in that one. I know how you like a good NFL-inspired team, so I thought I would share my Halfling team based off my NFL team, the Pittsburgh Pie Steelers. That's genius. And I love the classic Steelers uniform. That is wicked. I've even named all the players after past and present players with a halfling twist to their names. Also is a whip of my Gracken Crumbleberry. The ogre is from Gorbol, and the halfling is a hefty with some bits from nobility added. Also, the mask is a Chaos Space Marine shoulder pad that's been tweaked to fit as a mask. Going to be using them for my halfling team as well as planned underworld team that I'm going to be starting soon. Keep up the great content as usual. Love this. I mean, have you heard the rumours that Aaron Rodgers may leave the Packers at the end of this year and go play for the Steelers? That would be pretty interesting, because let's face it, Roethlisberger, or Ben Lotzeberger, is struggling a bit. This is genius. Absolutely genius. Like, excellent work with the painting, but the names are absolutely brilliant. That is great. Right, this mask here, enhance. That being a shoulder pad that you take is just ingenious. You've got to give him some chaotic glowing eyes when you do. Only host Dwight Willow, Ben Lots of Burger, Terry Bread Sauce. This is wicked. Troy Pastel Forno. I like that. Pastel Forno. I love this. Any Ward. Any Ward. No, Heinz Ward. Ooh. That's fine. I hated that guy. He was too good. Absolutely broken. He's like the hack flame of the Steelers. And I'm pretty sure he's the reason they used to keep beating the Packers whenever they did. Anyway, beautiful job there, Justin. Let us know how you get on in your next match. 2 deaths is a tough one to go with. Next up, we've got Daniel with a pretty lovely bit of Dark Elf work here. Currently painting up 2 extra blitzers for my best friend so he can field his Dark Elves at a tournament we're going to this November. Been mixed feelings about the model and struggled to find a colour scheme, but hopefully he will like them. I think this looks brilliant. Gone for dark green, black armour, and tried to pull off a gold yellow to break up the dark theme using browns and whites. Decided to make the base out of green stuff to create a wood flooring using the sculpting knife. Also, if it's not too much trouble, could I give a shout out to my best friend Doc70? I know who watches this will make his day. Doc70, welcome to the party. Thanks again and keep up the amazing videos. Kind regards, Daniel. This is brilliant. I looked at this a minute ago and I thought, does this guy playing, you know, is this an experienced Space Marine painter? Right, the non-metallic metal work you've done there with the browns, really, really, really good. But the edge highlighting was made it stand out, and I think it was... no, I have to go back to one of these. I think it was this one here that made me think, wow, that's like Space Marine Pro armoring. Really cool scheme, and a lot of work has gone into that. So your friend should like this team. The bases really make it pop as well. Like, that's a very, very well executed team. You put a lot of effort into that. Anybody should be proud running that team, Daniel. That is really, really cool. William McLeod. Hey, Ben. I've kept working on my ogre team. This is going to be the skin tones for most of the ogres on the team. Getting these guys ready for a tournament in a few weeks' time, so trying to ramp up the painting schedule so the team is ready. Loving the content, Will. Loving this content, Will. Love to see some ogre teams, and I mean, colour scheme is great. That brown with the yellow goes really well against the flesh tones. Now, the flesh tones you've executed brilliantly. You've got that kind of ruddy pink. It's pale, it's creepy, and it looks like you've done a bit of work on the head there. Is that a golem head? I don't know, that's cool. But I love the scheme, and I love a bit of ogres, so that's wicked to see. So thank you very much for sharing that. Hey, we got Tyrel. Do we? What is going on here? There we go. Ooh, Ben. Sorry for not sending anything in the last several weeks. New job has me busier than expected. Good work. Bought these files last month, the day they came out, from Chi-Tae-Yu, same maker as the Terracotta Tomb Kings. Loved the Sumo Samurai and Ninja Noblars. It's the first ogre team that I've really liked and could not wait for them to come out. Had most of the team printed in a few days after release, but new job just did the last print last week. Until next time, Tyrel, this is very cool. So let's... I'd missed this, but there's a ton of character in these models. I definitely got the kind of ninja sumo kind of theme. You've got the little face masks on the ogres there that look like the face masks for the samurai. That is a very cool team. Ah, little Noblar with a ninja star. That is very cool, man. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't need another ogre team. But, you know, you always need another ogre team, don't you? Tyrel, that's just wicked, man. That is really cool. All right, last one for today. We've got Cooper. Hey, Ben. Hoping I sent this in time before the next video. Haven't uploaded in a while. Been busy getting married. Congratulations, 'tis the season. And honeymooning and rearranging the hobby space. My hobby space has been wrecked. My shed is full of plates and stuff. I hope you've fared better than me. Finally got back into it this week and managed to finish off the rest of my Skaven team. Fairly pleased with the end results, as you should be. The next picture also contains Remy, a volunteer rat forced against his will to light the cannon of the Roger. Also thought I'd mention I was able to beat my now wife's undead team with Snots 4-0 in a home league. It was a slaughterhouse. That's awesome. Can't wait to see everyone's submission this week. Happy blocking, everyone. Cooper, 4-0 with Snotlings. Absolutely brilliant. I think the best pulled off is a 2-0. That's really cool. Was Hackflem involved? That's the question. Anyway, Cooper, it's not the Skaven team looks absolutely brilliant. Let's see if we can find the little rat lighting the cannon. Genius. Absolutely genius. They're great models. It's a great team from Cooper, and it's a great effort from everybody today. Thank you ever so much. I really appreciate you sharing all the great hobby goodness. Now, I'm going to disappear. Might have a couple more videos this week. There'll be definitely game at the weekend as well, so get your scores in. Otherwise, might be a quiet week next week. We'll see how much filming time I get in now in the next couple of days as I'm prepping for the wedding. Otherwise, might be a quiet couple of weeks, but we'll be back at least on the weekend with a game, if not before. So thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful time. Take care of yourselves. Get a load of hobby in and then send it in to us so we can have a monster WIP Wednesday when I'm back from honeymoon. Thanks very much. Happy painting. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to help support the channel even further, please like and subscribe, or come join us on our Patreon. We have early access to content. We get loads of feedback from you guys, and we try and do competitions as much as we can. Or you can get yourself some Bonehead podcast merch on our Spreadshirt site. So if you want to support a team, especially for the Bonehead Championship, you can pick up a shirt, a mug, things like that. It all helps support the channel, and we really appreciate it. Anyway, links below. Thank you very much. Happy blocking.